First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. A nice little juke. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit. Mike 52, Mike 52. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Throw left side, complete. It's Burton. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Alert flare, flare, flare.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Hey, Mike, lock in, lock in.
On first down, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go, let's go. 18, 18. Hey, you got 3. Red, up. Gotta go, gotta go. Motion, motion, motion.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And this is Gabriel on the catch. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Red's up. 18, 18. Red's up. Yep.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Let's go.
That one goes for 24 yards.
We're go.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second and goal from inside the 5. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4. 180.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Jerick McKinnon now to return. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Coleman now. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big play there for the Niners. Give him 42 yards on the ground. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action. Trubisky looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Blue. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
They run. This is Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed them. So now it brings up a third down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
49, check 49. Blue. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Blue. Hey, tight. Lock in.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Let's go.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
Let's go.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now it's Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Red up. Red's up. Red's up.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Flush to his right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. Not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
White 20! Black 80!
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Leonard Floyd able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Black 80! 180!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Alert! 3 down!
This is Coleman. Stays on his feet. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Move it up, fellas.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo muscles him off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Here's McKinnon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Cohen. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
Red, up. Hey. We got three. Hey, 18. Hey, 18. Lock in. Hey, gotta go. Motion.
Now Trubisky on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey. 4 down. 5-2.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Red's up. Red's up. Hide.
On third and goal, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bears have cut it to within a score. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll power his way up near the 25. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
3 down, 3 down. Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! White. Check, 59. Here we go. Check 13. 21. 59.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Red, up. 4 down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tight end right. Hey.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Red, up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
56. Check 56. Lock in. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
18. 4 down, even.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, alert 3. There you go, we got, you see it, you see it?
This is Cohen, and an alley to run. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Blue. Red, up. Check 15. Check. Red, up. Deuce.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and if he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Blue. Gotta go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Trey Burton, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. To return, it's McKinnon. A spin. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, though. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up. Wait, 20. Wait, 80.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Flushed out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 2 disastrous running plays, and now they face a 3rd and very long.
Wait, 20. Wait, 80. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
We're go. Let's go. Red, up. Double up. You go tight. You got tight. Red, up. Mike's 56. Mike's 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Red's up. Red's up. 18. What are you hiding?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
4 down. Check.
Out of the gun, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25.
Come on, gotta go.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Blue. Red, up. Hide.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zach Brown able to get him for a loss of about 3.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal.
You see it? Lock in.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears have broken the tie. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
What do you need? Motion. 11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Will Monday now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken at the 46. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
4 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
180. Red, up.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the toss, Cohen. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watch tight. Tight is right. 180. 180.
Here's Coleman. Uses the spin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll make it a 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
180. 180.
Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Three down.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. One final try now for Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Crash. What team start the franchise?